This September, all eyes will be on Apple's iPhone 16 Pro lineup. Here are the top 5 new features and upgrades that matter the most. As is always the case for Apple, the rumor mill continually leaks and speculates about Apple's next iPhone. With September only a few short months away, these are the top 5 upgrades you should be looking out for from Apple's iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max. Camera. As one of the most important elements of the iPhone, the camera system's changes are of particular interest to leakers and rumor merchants. The iPhone 15 Pro Max significantly pushed the camera system forward, adding a 5x optical zoom with its tetraprism lens. In the iPhone 16, the Pro may get it too. After adding one 48-megapixel sensor to the rear, there's the possibility of adding a second, affecting the ultra-wide camera. That would theoretically leave the telephoto as the last to use a 12-megapixel sensor. Claims of thinner lenses could help reduce the size and weight of the camera module. Meanwhile, a redesign could mean a slimmer bump for the non-Pro models. A18. The chip at the heart of the iPhone is a very important part of the entire device. Each year, it gets faster and more powerful, offering users to do even more. With Apple's apparent push into AI, the changes could be a lot more pronounced. Rather than a simpler update to the CPU and GPU performance, Apple could make an alteration to the neural engine. Indeed, analyzing the A series as a whole, it is probable that the A18 will have 6 GPU cores and 6 CPU cores, with 2 performance cores accompanied by 4 efficiency cores. The Geekbench score improvements could be about 10% for both single-core and multi-core testing compared to the A17 Pro used in the iPhone 15 Pro range. The neural engine has always been a 16-core component, except in ultra versions of Apple's silicon chips. There's always a chance more cores could be used in the next iteration to handle AI tasks. Apple's already made a performance boost to the neural engine in the A17 Pro, with its 38 trillion operations per second, more than double the 17 trillion of the A16. More operations per second is likely. How Apple achieves it is anyone's guess. Display. The screens for the iPhone 16 Pro lineup could be bigger than ever before. Rumors claim the iPhone 16 Pro could have a 6.3-inch screen, instead of a 6.1 version. The Pro Max could go even better, growing to 6.9 inches overall. To go with the size increase, Apple could try to keep the overall mass of the iPhone down by using even thinner bezels than in the iPhone 15 Pro Max. The display could end up being even brighter, thanks to using technologies like a micro-lens array. Lastly, the screen may finally say goodbye to black gaps at the top. Rather than a notch or the dynamic island, Apple could do away with it entirely by implementing an under-display Face ID system. Buttons. Not necessarily what you would expect to be a hotbed of rumors, but the buttons on the side have caught the attention of leakers. The arrival of the Action button in the iPhone 15 Pro may lead to another addition. This time, a capture button that would offer similar physical control over photography as a camera's shutter button. There have also been claims that Apple could use capacitive buttons in the update. Naturally, an extra button means case producers have to rethink their plans. Battery. All other upgrades to the iPhone are useless without power. Thankfully, there could be some changes on the way in that regard. For a start, there are expectations of capacity increases, with the cells holding more charge than in the iPhone 15 Pro lineup. This alone will extend battery life, but it will do even more if Apple improves overall performance in other areas. There have also been reported tweaks to the design, including the use of a frosted metal shell. A graphene heat sink may help improve heat transfers from the battery, minimizing wear from thermal load. A new high-performance cathode could reduce charging times and increase capacity further. The batteries could also be a lot greener in the end. In 2023, Apple said that battery designs in 2025 will use entirely recycled cobalt, though it can always make changes earlier than its self-imposed deadline. Subscribe my channel. Bye for now.